Good afternoon. My name is Justin Latham, and this is the post for our history class, American Christian Heritage. This is the second post, which is dealing with the American Denominational Diversity. And as per the guidelines, we're not allowed to pick the denomination that we currently, or that I currently am part of. So I chose to do the Methodists. The Methodist is a branch of Protestant Christianity that traces its heritage back to John Wesley and its attempts to bring revival within the Church of England. Now, as noted, the Methodist Church began in the late 18th century as a movement within the Church of England. A small group of students formed on the Oxford University campus, which included John and Charles Wesley, and their purpose was to focus on Bible study, the methodical study of Scripture, and living a holy life. Now, this was not necessarily the most popular thing to do at Oxford, and they had other students mock them, they called them the Holy Club, and eventually one of the names that stuck was the Methodists. And basically, they were striving to live a more sacred life, one that was following what they believed were the bare basics of Christianity. It's important to note that Methodism did not arise as a result of doctrinal dispute, as Catholics and Protestants had. Now, this is a branch of Protestantism, but this specific sect of it did not result or arise as a result of doctrinal dispute, but out of an emphasis on practical Christianity. The underlying energy of the theology that Wesley presented, it stems from an emphasis upon practical divinity, the implementation of genuine Christianity in the lives of believers. As noted, Wesley, before his quote-unquote conversion, was a minister in the Church of England. Now, some of the stuff that the Methodists believe in, which was what Wesley emphasized, was pre-evident grace, justifying grace, and sanctifying grace. Sanctifying grace draws us towards the gift of Christian perfection, as a heart habitually filled with the love of God and neighbor, and having the mind of Christ and walking as he walked. Now, some of the Methodist preachers, most of the Methodist preachers actually, were known to give long, spirited sermons in open-air fields to all classes of people. There was not a specific group of people that the Methodists catered to. They catered to everyone, and that's one of the reasons why it was the fastest growing sect of Christianity. And as it's still around today, the church we see from the Methodist side of Christianity is still primarily in with Wesleyan theology. John Wesley was influenced by Arminian theology, which is kind of the opposite of what Jonathan Edwards believed, which was more of a Calvinistic approach to Christianity. Real quick, Arminian theology comes from Jacob Arminius. He believed that people could only be redeemed by grace. As noted, in the 1760s, Methodists began sending missionaries to America. Most of the missionaries were not ordained ministers, and the societies that they formed received the sacraments from ordained members of the Church of England. Many of these the societies they formed in England received sacraments for ordained members of the Church of England, and many of those clergy fled America when the Revolutionary War began. In 1784, Wesley sent Dr. Thomas Coke to start the American Methodist Church. And as noted, as we learned in the readings, that the Methodist Church was one of the fastest growing and one of the churches that benefited most from the Great Awakening. Real quick, before I run out of time, Methodism traditionally believes in free will and not predestination. Methodists affirm the Trinity and the Apostles' Creed, which is fairly what mostly everyone believes in. So real quick, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and look forward to hearing what you guys have to say. Thank you so much. Have a great day. God bless.